Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Mumble. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to show you guys how you can grind the 78 plus player pick to not only do it for profit, but how to also be able to craft things like the base or mid icon, which we've done literally using the player pick, and we're going to have this essentially done by tomorrow. So if you do enjoy this video, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's get right to it. So we're going to make this as easy as possible. Let's hop right in. You need 11 players. They need to be gold. They don't need to be gold rare. They can be gold commons. I'm going to go off the current market value for these evaluations. You can adjust it with the bid prices you're able to pick them up for and the buy nows of the time you're watching. So what I've been doing is we did a little bit of math. So right now on the market, gold commons are going for $450. It looks like within 15 minutes. So I know if I'm able to win these for $350 and I can sell them for $450, I know how many coins I'm going to be making per card. For me to pay for a pack, which we're going to do the math real quick, if I can bid gold commons for $350, right, times that by 11, that's your price that you're going to have to make in terms of coins to pay for the pack. If you do the math all the way out from that, for every 50 cards that you are able to sell for $450 that you won for $350 on bid, you will break even by being able to fit 11 gold commons in your club to make a player pick. So if I did 100 cards listed on the transfer market, if I mass bidded right now for $350 and sold for $450, I did that for 100 cards, I would have enough coins to be able to go in and buy 22 cards that are gold common and put them in my club and be able to make 2 player picks. So you can use that math however the market is for you. Just remember to see what price you can win them for on bid, how much you can sell them for. So with that math, what can you do with that? Do you want to do them break even? You might be able to make more packs for break even, but then you're not in profit. For me, I like going more the in profit route. So if I know break even is about 50 cards, I could say to myself, hey, let me bid on like 100 of these cards. Then let me make a 1 player pick, be in profit, and have that player pick. If I do that off a stream, maybe I can build up like 5 to 10 player picks and use those as like a video to start the stream. But as you see now, we're going to have a little bit more competition. That's because the time I'm doing it, we just got done streaming. A lot of people are on this method right now doing this. There might come a point where I have to start bidding 400 to consistently win bids. However, if the buy now also goes up 50 coins as well as the bids, you're going to be looking at relatively the same amount of cards that you have to pick up and do that. And essentially what I do is this. We'll then build out the player picks off of that, and whatever I get, if it's a crap card, like let's say I get a 78 gold rare, the next player pick is going to be even cheaper because instead of using 11 common golds, I'm just going to stick in the crap gold rare that we got untradeable. That way I don't have to spend $350 on it. But for me, anything that's an 82 plus, I keep in my club to build out these SBCs. So early on, I had a lot of walkouts and boards that I was getting. I was able to craft the 87, but then when it came to crafting the 85, I got a 91 rated Benzema. I got a bunch of lower end boards, 1 lower end walkout, and then I had a bunch of 82s and 83s. I was able to essentially fill the squad and get to the point where I had an 88 rated. So I didn't even need that crazy fodder. I just kept the stuff that I thought would be useful. Same thing applies now to the 83 rated here. I'm not going to need crazy walkouts to be able to complete this icon now. But if I did need a crazy walkout, let's say I was doing the 87. Let's say I had a majority of the fodder, but I was stuck and I still needed an 86. If you're doing this for profit, or let's say you're not even doing the player pick at all, you want to stop that, you just want a trading tip to make coins, you have an idea of how many coins you can make off of the cards you're bidding on and how much you're selling them for, you could do the math and be like, okay, realistically, if I can make 10K in X amount of time or 25K in X amount of time, I can afford these cards I can just buy off the market in order to complete this SBC. So not only does everything have to be through the player pick, doesn't necessarily need to be just profit from the player pick. The way I would start looking at it is in just your ability to make coins, because you'll start picking up on trends too. And I know I'm covering a lot of topics here. I apologize. I'm going quick, but all this stuff is just crazy right now. If you notice, after repeatable SBCs go away, that there's a time where these common golds get to 300 coins open bid, you can win them. Think to yourself, okay, if I can win them for 300 on bid, and let's say the buy nows keep raising, I'm going for 450. I already see some going for 500 within the hour. they raise the 550 or even 600, if you're able to pick them up for 300 on bid before the repeatable and sell them at 600 throughout the repeatable, you're essentially doubling your coins on the cards you're picking up, which if you had 250K, you're not going to be exactly at 500K, but the idea is still there. 250K would become about 500K. 500K would become about a million. You could use this as a trading tip and investment over time, or the way I like looking at it is if you pick them up when they're extremely cheap, you sell them when they're extremely expensive, you can keep a bunch of those leftover cards to make as many player picks if you wanted. The more coins you have, the easier it is to do this. If I have 2 mil right now, which I basically do, if I put 2 mil into gold commons and sold a bunch of them, I'm talking million plus worth of coins, I would have so much profit that I could put hundreds of gold commons into player picks and not even think about it and still be in major profit. So kind of think about how much time you have, how deep you want to get into this. You don't have to go crazy with it. Again, if you just wanted to break even with the current prices, 50 cards would be enough to bid on, which you could do within like a minute or two. Really, it's not that difficult. You're seeing here, I'm able to win in a couple minutes quite a few cards, store 11 in your club, sell the rest on for profit, and just do that over and over and over and craft whatever you want. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Hopefully you pack promo cards. 86 Ben Yedder and 91 Benzema have been my best pulls so far, but I'm hoping to get potentially an icon at some point. You never know. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I do know people had a question on, where is it? The 81 plus Brazil, France, yada, yada. How to do this. I would do kind of the similar thing as we were doing with the player picks. However, you're going to need gold rares for this instead of gold commons. So what I would do personally for the France or Netherlands or the Brazil or Portugal, if you notice those gold rares have a certain value, like let's say the France cards are going for 800 within the hour. If you can bid 650, open bid, and win a bunch of these, what you could do is secondly the same thing you're doing with the gold commons, store the ones you need, sell the rest for profit, calculate how many cards you'd have to pick up to pay for the rest, and just do that over and over. And then with the rest of the cards here, it would be cheaper just to pick up a bunch of gold rares for 550 rather than the specific nations if they're not needed. Then you just open the 81 plus double upgrade. If they're both 81s, you throw both 81s back in. And hey, since it's a Brazil, France, Portugal, or Netherlands card that you're going to be getting, those cards will count towards the requirement of the nations needed. So you could just chuck them back in and it'd be cheaper to do the next one. So I would do that over and over, or you could do that while doing any trading tip on the side. So like if gold common flipping, you prefer that over rare gold flipping, feel free to just bet on gold commons and use the coins you get from that to pay for that. Or just do the gold common flipping, use the coins from that to pay for your base icon. I'm pretty sure if the base icon costs like, I think, was it 250K, something like that, you could make over 250K a day just from flipping gold commons. You could do the math per card. How many coins are you making per card? Take the total amount of coins you want to make, divide it by how many per card, see how many cards you'd have to pick up, and then calculate how long it'd take you to pick up those cards. If I could win, let's say, I don't know, 10 cards a minute, right? And I wanted to win 100 cards. How many minutes would it take me if I was bidding at a rate of 10 cards per minute to reach 100 cards? That kind of logic would show you how long it would take at the current prices. So yeah, if you did enjoy, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. We're going to be doing a bunch of player picks this week. I think I'm going to do them way more than the 81 plus double upgrades, just because this is so easy to make them and so easy to make coins. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. It's been your boy, Mum Believ. I'm out. God bless.